For 35 years, Earth had been consumed by a dark, twisted invasion. Magical creatures, elves, dwarves, orcs, dragons, demons, angels, and goblins had arrived through a rift, fleeing a realm they themselves had destroyed. They swept across Earth, decimating human civilization until the last remnants were crushed and scattered. Now, Earth was theirs, reshaped into the war-torn, twisted landscape they once called home. Tonight, these creatures celebrated their victory with a grand feast. Laughter and arrogance filled the air as elves, orcs, dragons, and demons reveled in their power, convinced that humanity was finally extinguished. The sky was painted in blood-red hues, thick with smoke and ash. Twisted structures and monuments rose from the landscape, markers of the creatures' victory and their corrupted hold over the earth. The night was loud with the creatures' celebration, until an orc's bellow split the air. "Human!" it shouted, standing abruptly and pointing toward the edge of the gathering. There, on the fringes of their gathering, a lone human figure stood tall, scarred, weathered, and unwavering. His eyes smoldered with a fierce, unyielding rage. Aaron's gaze was intense, burning with cold fury. His determination pierced through the crowd, each creature feeling an unnatural chill as his eyes met theirs. Every creature froze in place, shocked and confused, turning to face the man who dared intrude on their celebration. Aaron remained calm, his expression dark as he began to laugh, a low, chilling sound that seemed to pierce through the arrogance and confidence of his enemies. "You creatures made two fatal mistakes," he said, his voice sharp as a blade, cutting through the silence. The ground began to tremble beneath them, and a faint rumble echoed across the landscape. In the distance, the horizon flared with the light of the first explosion. Suddenly, a missile streaked across the sky, a silent harbinger of the destruction that was fast approaching. In a devastating wave, explosions began to ripple across the land, fire spreading relentlessly and engulfing everything in its path. The elves and demons, now in sheer panic, scrambled for magical barriers, desperate to protect themselves. But their magic was no match for the ferocity of the attack. Orcs and goblins, wide-eyed and terrified, stumbled over each other in their frenzied attempts to escape as the explosions grew closer. In the heart of the chaos, Aaron stood untouched. His face was illuminated by the fiery destruction that he had set in motion, an implacable resolve etched into his expression. Wider chaos erupted as creatures fled in every direction, helpless to stop the relentless bombardment closing in on them. The sky itself seemed to rain down fire and smoke, missiles and bombs lighting up the horizon as they descended mercilessly. A massive dragon tried to shield itself with its wings, but an explosion erupted nearby, sending it spiraling down in a desperate attempt to survive. Aaron's gaze remained fixed on the destruction he had unleashed, his face hardened by years of loss and sacrifice, grim satisfaction flickering in his eyes. As the final explosions reverberated across the land, Aaron stood alone against the blazing horizon, a dark whisper escaping his lips. "This is just the beginning." And so begins Aaron's unrelenting quest for vengeance, a journey fueled by loss and forged in fire. This was only the opening strike, the first taste of retribution against those who tore his world apart. But the battle is far from over. Stay tuned for part 2, as Aaron's story unfolds, revealing just how far one human will go to reclaim the honor of his fallen race. Will he succeed, or will he be swallowed by the darkness that surrounds him? Find out in The Last Human's Revenge Part 2. Thanks for watching and enjoy the beautiful melody.